Greetings, dear friends. Happy Monday to you. I trust you had a beautiful weekend and are all ready to step into this powerful new week ahead. And OMG, we sure have been through some pretty epic energetic shifts and changes. Here we are with our usual Monday check-in and our inner compass forecast. And what I was saying about the energies that we've come through, that we're actually still integrating and calibrating. We had the Lion's Gate energy on Friday, and then on Saturday night we had the Sturgeon moon, the full moon in the sign of Aquarius. And today Mercury's gone direct. We've been through Mercury retrograde. So all that being said, all of these pieces, it's really about stepping into your own authority. That's the vibe of these ideas with the inner compass. So the inner compass is you. You have all the answers and all of the insights and the wisdom and the capacity to be the change that maybe you're looking for outside of you, to calibrate to receiving all that which you wish to manifest or to calibrate to. So that's like I said, that's the energies that we've just been stepping through. And then this week, as we immerse ourselves into this week's energy, like I said, we're still calibrating that Lion's Gate, that full moon, that Sturgeon moon, but it's very, very deep. This work, this energy that we are still in, that we've been walking through, is so, so very deep. What does that mean to you? Come into, and sometimes what it means to us is that we need to just pause with our hand on our heart and listen. And talking about listening, that's the piece that's going to start really coming on stream for us this week. As we navigate the energies and head towards the end of this week, the lunar effect is the first quarter phase of the moon. Last quarter. I always do that. I confuse them. Anyways, it's the last quarter phase of the moon in the sign of Gemini. And why that's so auspicious is Gemini is all about the communication. And when we talk about communication, it's really important to get clear on the communication you with you. That's where it starts. But also pay attention to the words you hear outside of you. Like maybe you overhear a conversation, or maybe you're going to start hearing memories of past ideas or projects, or maybe I'd like to go and be this, or integrate some of that into my life. So watch those ideas as this week continues. And so why this is really auspicious is that last quarter phase of the moon in the sign of Gemini, the ruler of Gemini is Mercury. So again, it's so much about communication. And then of course with it going direct, it's clear. It's not going to, you don't have to keep repeating yourself. It's not going to sort of derail, or so really follow what impressions, what impulse, what do you want to create more of? What do you want to let go of? There's another really big wave of letting go that which doesn't serve you anymore. Who are you becoming? Who are you gravitating towards? Is your identity completely aligned with what you wish to create more of? So just breathe into that. Just sit and breathe into that. And talking about sitting and breathing into that, what's your rhythm? What's your requirement of being and doing? And are you really calibrating to your own recipe, your own requirement of being and doing? What's your filling your cup aspect about? It's like, are you looking after your physical, emotional, mental, and spiritual? Are you looking after just sitting in stillness and receiving the guidance which is always around us? You know, I've said this to you before. The answers we're looking for are looking for us, and sometimes that means, oh, if I've asked a question, then maybe I just need to change the channel or tune in or sit and allow it to come to me. So take a nice deep breath. If anything I say on these sessions confuse you or triggers you, or you need a wee bit more support or guidance, put it in the comments below or message me directly. These ideas with really tapping into your inner compass, it's intended to empower you, to help you realize your own gifts, your own power, your own talents, your own whispers. Soul's whispers are always there. Like I said, we just need to remember to tune in. So now we're going to start pulling some cards. So as I was saying about the communication, as we evolve and we become, it's like that upward spiral. As we do that, there's always pieces that we let go. In order to create or receive that which we're seeking, there's always going to be phases and pieces and aspects that don't serve anymore, because it's the becoming. So that's why I like to start with the letting go system. So what can we focus on letting go of this week in order to really get calibrated to our own inner power, our own inner truth? And it's interesting because it's attachment. Where does attachment come up for you? Do you sometimes find that there's a little aspect of you that says, oh, no, like you might get an impulse or an intention of like, oh gosh, wouldn't it be cool to go and do that, or to be that, or to activate that aspect? And yet there's an attachment or a piece within you that goes, oh no, you can't do that. What would people say? What would that person say? So, and then of course the other thing with attachment too is sometimes that can be really sneaky. That if we start saying, well, I'm not good enough, or I'm not talented enough, or I'm not powerful enough, or I'm not, fill in the blanks. Are you attached to something that no longer serves who you've actually become? So maybe that's part of that Mercury going direct, is you can just let it go now. Because in a Mercury retrograde, we can sometimes have things come up for our review and patterns or repeat. And maybe it's just coming up for us to say, oh, I don't need that anymore. I can put that down. I can calibrate to my new reality. Because you can. Okay, moving into the tarot cards. Take a nice deep breath and let's see what tarot wisdom's going to come. Oh, this is awesome. I like this. Well, I like all the tarot cards. But look, it's the Fool. Isn't that awesome? The Fool really encourages us to remember to trust, to have a sense of ease and flow and fun. That if we're really calibrating to communicating to ourselves, communicating our wishes and our true self, because that's what all that full moon that we've just come through is really encouraging us to walk to the beat of our own drum. The Fool walks to the beat of his own drum. What do you need to do? And to have some fun, and there's a sense of rhythm and ease and sacred connection with that Fool's energy. But of course, the Fool also has released attachment, because the Fool energy trusts. If I animate this, or if I head this way, or I start taking steps in that direction, in the direction of my most auspicious, yummy, out there intentions and possibilities, everything clicks in place because the universe got my back. The universe has your back. And so it's about really flowing at your best pace. Because sometimes when we know that we want to go that a certain way, we want to go that direction, we want to animate this project or create more of a specific type of experience, that sometimes the steps that we are called upon to do initially might be the tiniest baby steps. It might just be writing it down. It might just be breathing it in and saying, I've got this. And then attending to the things that we're called upon to do, that helps us calibrate to the co-created aspect that we get to create more of, create with. I hope that makes sense. like I said, if you need any support or more ideas on what I'm sharing here, just let me know. But like I said, I love that Fool's card too, because, and in fact, as I was just saying that, if you think about it, we've just come through this massive portal of the 8-8 or the Lion's Gate, that now we're remade as these most powerful, empowering, auspicious beings. What does that feel like? Feel into that. And then everything that you wish for is possible. So now it's about starting again. Not from zero, though. You're starting with the wisdom and the beauty of everything that you've experienced up until this point. But you're releasing, right? You're releasing the attachment to anything that no longer serves who you have become and who you are becoming. Okay, I kind of got off track there for a wee minute. Well, actually, nothing's off track, really. I just pulled 3 of the Intuitive Whispers Oracle. I like to use this deck with our sessions. And watch this. This first one is Community Calls. I really love the energy of that. Your tribe calls you. And that's the seen and the unseen. So what kind of communications do you need to create more of? What kind of attachments do you need to let go of in order to really calibrate to that? And so maybe this week is an inspiration hunt, remembering that all the answers that you're looking for are already in existence. No question happens without the answers already being in existence. So what does your heart say yes to? And follow that. And then the last one is Your Body's Like a Book. I love that one. Your body's like a book, because your body can actually show you. Really tune in, and that's what sacred self-care is all about, is really helping you get in touch with your own inner guidance, your own intuition, but your body always knows the answer. So feel into that, however that shows up for you. Okay, just about ready to send you off into this beautiful, powerful week ahead. But I'll just finish off this session off with one of my Liberate Your Inner Truth cards, because that's what this process is all about. Really getting in touch with and liberating and living from your truth. Oh, this is one of my favorite ones. Again, they're all my favorites. It's I am responsible. You are responsible. You are responsible for everything in your own life. And so this is a really powerful one, actually beautiful to wrap this session up. But let me read this out. I can no longer hide behind justifications that I am not good enough, or that I do not know what my truth is. I do know. I am a beautiful beacon of light, and I am responsible to and for that. May you shine your light brightly, and may this resonate deep, deep, deep within you. I wish you a beautiful week ahead. I'll be back again with you next week for our check-in. Much love to you. Have a fabulous week.